Hi, my name is Aimee Potonic. Working as a senior naturalist and park manager, my job combines providing educational programming and overseeing park operations. Today, my goal is to introduce you to some of the streamside habitats within one of Lorain County Metro Park's larger park reservations, the French Creek Reservation. So let's get to it. French Creek Reservation offers visitors more than 450 acres of streamside forest to explore, providing access to some truly unique and notable features. While visitors are most familiar with the French Creek Nature Center and the Pine Tree picnic areas, there are plenty of recreational opportunities within the park. From hiking to biking, birding, and general wildlife observation, fishing, paddling, and more. In terms of natural history, French Creek is home to a forest mix of oak, hickory, maple, and other trees typical of the region. Its geology is dominated by the sedimentary rocks exposed along the park's three streams. Being located so near to Lake Erie, this is a hotspot for wildlife observed by visitors on a daily basis presently, and also as seen in discoveries found since the last glaciation of Ohio. Culturally speaking, the history of the French Creek Reservation is also very extensive. Archaeological research has been focused on Native American inhabitation, with finds dating back to as early as 9,500 years ago. A shift to European occupation occurred just over 200 years ago with the settlement of Sheffield by the Burrell and Day families in 1815. The landscape has changed with the humans' needs for resources. Old forests were cleared for building materials and agricultural use over many years. As the surrounding community grew, roadways and railways were constructed, used, and in some cases abandoned. Eventually, the creekside areas reverted back to forest and were protected as parkland in the 1960s. The nutshell version of Lorain County Metro Parks' mission is twofold. One, to acquire and protect habitats, and two, to create accessible parks for recreation. Our responsibility is to balance providing visitors the opportunity to connect with nature with protecting natural resources, both biotic in the form of plants and animals and other living organisms, and abiotic or non-living features such as rocks and minerals, water, air, etc. Within all areas of the park on any day of the year, visitors can witness the interconnected relationship between the abiotic or non-living features of the habitat and its biotic or living inhabitants. To protect the abiotic and biotic features of our parks and to maintain an ecological balance within them, we create and enforce rules and regulations, perform regular general park maintenance, engage in a variety of conservation projects, and provide educational programming that we hope will foster a respect for and appreciation of nature in our visitors, which will in turn ensure a healthy environment for all living and non-living things. Although the Fish Creek is the smallest of the three streams within the park, it tends to flood its banks within the surrounding oxbow areas leading up to the French Creek, leaving damp soils and ponded water in the spring, an important breeding site and nursery for semi-aquatic species. When visiting this area in the spring, please do so from the decked observation platform built by local Boy Scouts. Despite Lorain County Metro Parks' initiatives to protect the biome, humans are often behind the major contributors negatively impacting the health of the habitat and success of the species found within our parks. Sugar Creek, found weaving through the southern portion of the park, is impacted directly by the stormwater runoff entering the stream from the neighboring housing development and roadways adjacent to the park. Detergents and fertilizers used by humans, as well as roadside debris and litter entering Sugar Creek, has the potential to get transferred into the French Creek in the northwest part of the main park area. How do we know if the habitat is impacted? Like other agencies working to protect the environment, we monitor it, evaluating the abiotic resources and biotic organisms through daily observation and intermittent collection and sampling, water testing, and biological identification and population assessments, sometimes with the help of students on field trips or visitors of all ages during public programs. The French Creek is the largest of the reservation's three streams and is most impacted by influences within and outside of the park. While easily accessed at some shallow points along its run, It also can be wide, deep, and swiftly moving in other places on its way to meet the Black River at the confluence just west of the kayak and canoe launch situated near the intersection of the French Creek and Black River reservations west of East River Road on Old Colorado. From an operational perspective, much of our success depends on our ability to foster personal connections between humans and nature that initiate positive changes to aid in the success of native populations of plants, animals, and other biota within the landscape. Unfortunately, human impacts, even from park users with the best intentions, are common features within our park areas. Please consider using leave no trace ethics during your next visit to Lorain County Metro Parks. Thank you for joining me for a quick introduction to French Creek Reservation streamside habitats. Find more information about all of our parks programs and activities online at loraincountymetroparks.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms.